Wait, no weapons. We've come to talk, not to fight.
Quickly, Rajani. We shouldn't be here.
Jane doesn't know you're here, does she?
We only speak for ourselves, not for Our Lady.
Jane is first among our sisters, like her mother before her. We don't want to betray her, but...
Jane has lost her way. She talks of visions and dreams. A great tree, carrion birds. She claims to hear the voices of our lost gods in her mind, and that proves she is mad.
Maybe she is hearing the voices of your gods.
Our gods are dead, tumbled from the heavens and gone. We sought them long, across 1,000 divine realms, and never found a trace.
Not true, sister. Jane's mother claimed to have discovered a remnant. A forgotten seed of the first creation, the handiwork of our gods. But none of us ever saw.
What kind of seed do you mean?
She never told us the form it took, only that she could sense the power that shaped the world, still alive and potent within.
What gods do you mean?
The creator gods, who we served long ago, or so we have always believed. We have no memories of them, only stories that we tell, and faith that they are true.
Jane commands the Azunite Church, but she worships these creator gods in secret?
She claims to be faithful to Azunai, so that her followers won't abandon her. And she doesn't deny that he is real. But her true faith, her secret faith, has always been to our gods, to the gods of her mother.
So what do you propose?
You spared my life in Raven's Rill, and when you spoke to Jane in Glitterdelve, you weren't the monster that she said you'd be. I don't want to see my sisters destroyed in Jane's pointless war. Too few of us are left. We ask for your mercy, for our sisters and for Jane herself. In return, we'll grant you whatever aid we can.
I want to know more about you before I decide.
Quickly then, before someone sees us.
You'd help me defeat your own sisters? How?
We can withdraw from the battle for a start. Of all Jane's handmaids, we are ranked first, and she relies upon us to guide the others.
And we can tell you what lies ahead. The Spire is a death trap for the unwary.
And if you've lost confidence in Jane, why follow her at all? Choose a new leader.
Leadership is no matter of choice, not for us. We are bound to Jane, just as we were bound to her mother.
The first sister burns brightest of all. Her fire sustains us. Snuff her out, and we would all begin to fade.
Jane's mother was first sister. What happened to her?
She died. At the moment Jane was born, her fire was passed to her daughter, and her body became an empty shell. The faces of mother and daughter may be different, but the divine spark, the fire that sustains them, that is the same.
Can you tell me who you are? Where you came from?
Your people call us Archons, but we have no such name for ourselves. We're just sisters, as we've always been. Our only history comes from myths and legends. They say that we served the creator gods before they tumbled to Earth. We have no memory of that time. Our first awareness came with a sense of terrible loss, but we cannot remember what came before.
A strange way to begin your lives. What did you do?
We wandered the divine realms for... To tell the truth, I have no way to know. Always searching for some trace of our fallen gods. We had no purpose. Many of our sisters were lost in those years. They wandered off, confused, or their fires guttered out. Jane's mother led us here. She claimed to have found some remnant of the first creation, but she only saw it twice. And we never saw it at all.
All right, I've made up my mind.
Jane is deluded and confused, yes, but please, Don't judge all our sisters by her example alone.
I promised the Queen that I'd spare Jane's life. I'll try to spare your sisters too.
So Jane was wrong about you after all. When Rajani told me, I didn't believe.
Beyond this gate is the Bailey Garden filled with soldiers. They're fanatics, loyal only to Jane. They think her a saint, and you'll never sway them. At the far side of the garden is a door, protected by a magical seal. 2 of our sisters fashioned that seal from their own living fire. Now their lives are tied to the seal. To pass the door, you would need their consent, and that they'll never give. So you'll have to find them and kill them.
I thought you wanted me to spare your sisters' lives.
Those 2, the ones who watch the gate, they're different. No one speaks of them. Not anymore.
The spell they wove has driven them mad. They don't even answer to their old names. We only know them as the Archon of Vengeance and the Archon of War.
And on the other side of the door?
The Chancel, a place of worship for the Zealots who call Jane their living saint. And above that, the Sanctum of Fire, where our sisters dwell.
And by zealots, you mean her soldiers and priests?
In the beginning, they were useful tools, nothing more. An army to protect her from the royal family. She didn't believe she was really a saint. But now, as I said, she's lost her way.
Will I find the 2 Archons in the Bailey Garden or somewhere else?
They can't venture far from the seal. Each of them lives in a tower on either side of the garden. We never go inside those towers. We never even go near them, so we can't say what you'll find.
Enough about the spire. I should be able to find my way.
As you wish. Can we tell you anything more?
Are there any hidden places, secrets that Jane wouldn't want me to find?
The dungeon, underneath the Bailey Garden that lies just ahead. Jane keeps her most valuable prisoners there. Look for the stone centerpiece in the middle of the garden. The door to the dungeon is hidden in its base. But you can only open the door by stepping on a golden pressure plate, hidden in the corner of the garden.
You haven't told me where I'll find Jane.
No need. She'll find you.
She's somewhere in the spire, probably watching using our eyes as her own. She'll know that we've betrayed her.
You should leave this place, and stay away from our soldiers. They'll take you for enemies.
No, wait. The girl who travels with you. Why doesn't she know who she is?
We may share the same eyes. And yes, I can call fire like you. But I've never seen you before. I'm not one of your sisters.
But you're wrong. We know you. Don't you remember the place where you died?
You saw Anjali die? Where did this happen?
When we first came to this world, she tried to follow Jane's mother into a primordial forest, where a fragment of the first creation was said to lie. The forest consumed her, tore her to pieces before our eyes. We thought it was a sign, choosing Jane's mother over the rest of us. But now our sister has returned to trumpet Jane's fall.
We don't know that yet. We'll wait for now. The meaning will make itself clear.